He's got 45 points. And talk about the three ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Allen is out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Lawson. And it's Griffin in at the 2 spot. They double-team Griffin. Stolen away.
They trapped him on the perimeter. He got shaky. And just like that, they were going the other way.
Rebound by Mahinmi.
You rarely see him missing dunks. But the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Scott.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Releases. The kick out to Scott. The pass to Scott. The 3, and the rejection by Mahinmi. They shoot again. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
The Bucks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with a point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. And he gets the bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Steele passes to Scott. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot. 1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
And that one's good.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Allen against Scott. Deflects the pass. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Allen, and it's blocked by Scott, and he gets it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Allen. Bucks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Scott's got 52 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Griffin, but they get it back. Mahinmi kicks to Griffin. It's Hill, top the key. Second chance shot. Here's Mahinmi, and he slams it one-handed.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Lawson is doubled. Outside Hill. He feeds it to Griffin. That's good. Griffin's got 10 points in the game.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's George, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, we'll just take a look at what George has done tonight. He's got 10 points and also a block shot.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Scott drills the 3-pointer. Scott's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Unloads. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 6 points for Magician. The Pacers shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Hill dishes to George, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
It's stolen by Mahinmi. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Another steal. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Here's Scott, and he converts the layup. Scott's got 60.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Back to Lawson. Here's the 3. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Stolen by George. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bucks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Magician is out there with Scott. Then there's Scott, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's Robinson with the jam.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Well, the Bucks shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. It's Scott on the wing. Stolen by Robinson. And the foul goes on the Magician. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Young pass to Bradley. That's good.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Bradley's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Scott from outside.
There, that was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes easy threes if he's on you.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The feed to Monroe. It's stolen by Bradley. From deep, Miles. Cannot hit. And Milwaukee the other way now.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Scott, and the foul goes on the Magician. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Allen kicks to Miles. Off target from 3-point range. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And he gets it to go.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Dishes it to Griffin. And he gets it to go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Lawson is doubled. Puts up a 3, and Griffin with the score. The assist by Lawson. Griffin's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Scott, and another basket for Milwaukee. Lawson with it. Lawson is doubled. There's the 3, and that one's good. Griffin.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Pass to Bradley. Feeds it to Griffin. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Let's look at some numbers for Griffin. He has 20 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Hill comes in for Allen. Young is subbed in for Ty Lawson.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Miles dishes to Griffin. Here's Young. The stupendous finish in traffic.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And Hill throws it down.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Scott cans the shot with nobody near him. Scott's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Bucks leading by 23.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Scott. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Bradley. Lavoy Allen comes in for Hill. George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Lawson in for Young. And he gets the bucket.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
And it's the Bucks ball. Shoots it up. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
That's good from George. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Milwaukee now. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W. Good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Takes the 13-footer. They get it again.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound. And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now? An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comment? And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this